And we are live with the man, the myth, the legend. Everybody knows you, Joel, or Jay-Z. I'm here with Joel Zaidspiner. Sorry,
It's either
Joel
one.
Zaidspiner, right? That's the correct pronunciation.
It's correct pronunciation, yes.
All right.
But everybody calls me Spinner.
Spinner. I love it.
Joel
And
Zaidspiner.
Jay-Z, the
Jay
notorious
Z.
Jay-Z.
Everybody calls me Jay Z in the channel. Absolutely. How you
Joel,
doing?
you've been in the channel for how long now?
24 years. Going on
24
20.
years.
I'll be 25 in January, I think. January, February.
Wow. Congratulations, man. That's
Yeah.
you're a legend. I think everybody knows you and loves you, but I'd like you to, just in case there's like that one person out there who happens to be listening who's never met Joel and has no idea who Joel is, I'd love for you to introduce yourself.
That all one person that doesn't know me. Well, Jay Z is what most people call me. I've been in the channel, as I mentioned, 25 years. I started at CMP Media for 10 years, which owned at the time CRN and Exchange, Bar Business, etc., and many other publications. I left there and almost going on 15 years. In January, I will be at ChannelPro, and ChannelPro, targets the SMB channel, as you know, and I have been working with this audience for the 25 years. I love it. I love waking up every morning to talking to people in the channel. And I don't know if everybody can say that they love what they do as much as I do, but I do. I love being in this business and talking to people in our space. But I've worked. I'm the vice president and associate publisher at Channel Pro. I work on all of our products. I work with all of our editorial team as well as the management team, and I oversee just about everything we have.
It's awesome. And you can always tell when I see you, you're always excited, you're always happy, you're always, I never see a frown on your face. So you can always tell that you really you said you love what you do and it really shines. It comes through. So
You know, you've got to know that when you get up out of bed every morning, your foot touches the ground for the first time. You get out of bed. It's got to be a fabulous day, because you get out of bed and it's going to be a fabulous day every day, and you've got to feel that through and through, and it starts at the second you touch the ground, to get out of bed in the morning. And some mornings I don't get out of bed. I don't even go to bed. I'm traveling.
right.
I'm in an airplane, and or in a hotel, and it's a different time of day. But I've always got that personal feeling that it's going to be a terrific day, and you've got to feel that way. And it is. It's always that way. And it's hard to understand how some people can feel that way, but it's an inner feeling that you have to go through to understand that. I have a great, I have a family. I have, two kids and wife, and my kids are gone. They moved out, and my wife and I live in Florida. It's a great place to live. You have to make things better for you at all times. That's all I could say, and it's just having a great day every day.
Love it. I love the attitude, Joel. And we're both traveling. So you are in Miami at the ASCII event, correct?
I am, yeah, at the Miami JW Marriott Marquis in downtown Miami, where I grew up, almost nearby, from this area. And it was great to go and do stuff last night in the area. So it was fun. And yes, I'm here. And you're in where are you? You're in Colorado, I think, right?
Yeah, I'm in Denver, Colorado. I'm in my hotel room. This is really not my hotel room. I wish it was my hotel room. If you're watching this, if you're listening to this, you can't see it, but I've got a virtual background on, and it's like this nice living room, fireplace. If I turned it off, you'd be looking at this really terrible unmade bed. But when I look to my right, I see downtown Denver and the Rocky Mountains. It's beautiful out here. And the
The,
only
the advantage
disappointing thing is
the
that you're not here,
advantages of
Joel.
traveling as much as I do, Mike, is that I get upgraded quite a bit. So I
Mm,
have a beautiful 30-story room, which is with a half moon desk, which is
that's okay.
magnificent, with a view backdrop of the waterway where the cruise ships are. So it's not a bad location where I'm at. I lost your voice. Your voice went out, Mike. There you are. No.
Strange. This computer keeps. Let's see if this works again.
That's working now. With an echo to me. Nope.
Go with an echo for you, Joel, because I can't seem to get my headset was working and then it stopped working. So I'm going to apologize for echo on your side.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I was going to say the only disappointing thing about being here at Exchange is that you're not here. I didn't get to see you. I always look forward to running into you at these events. So it's good. And at least I get to talk to you now.
Yeah, well, it's hard for me to go to an Exchange event. I've worked with them for many years. So I'm happy to be on the road. I go to every other probably. I'll see everybody on the road every week. So just come and stop by my mat, shake hands, high five, whatever you do. I wear again. I've been wearing it for 2.5 years now. So people know that I'm okay to come up to.
It's awesome. Well, Joel, I wanted you to be here. The reason I wanted you to be here is a couple of reasons. I wanted to talk, of course, this whole show is about sales and better selling, better communicating, and kind of elevating IT through that. So I wanted to talk to you about sales because I think you're a sales professional. Oop. Sorry,
Yeah. That's all right.
Echo. You know what I'll do here on the audio is I'll mute myself when you're talking so you don't have the echo. But I wanted to. I'm going to ask you a question here because I wanted to. There's a reason that I have so much respect for you as a sales professional, and I wanted to know if you knew why that is. And I'll tell you why after, but I wanted to know if you can guess why I respect you and don't run away from you as a sales professional. Because listen, sometimes when people see a salesperson come, they run the other way. As a vendor at a show, you're standing at the booth and people kind of are blind to you. You know, the people at the events, they don't want to be harassed and bugged. So, and I totally understand that as a vendor and as a consumer. And I wanted to know if you know why I always come towards you, why I always look forward to talking to you as a sales professional.
You know, I don't know if I can answer that question exactly, but I know how I do things, and maybe I can tell you how I do things. So maybe it's in there, but I don't believe in pushing people to do things. I believe that if you have the right products, you bring the right opportunities, things, there are plenty of things that are out there, plenty of products in the industry, whether it's advertising, whether it's software, whether it's hardware, that just plain simple don't work. They're not quality products, and people will push them on you. They will push and push and push until you buy, and then you're aggravated and you leave. Well, with the products that I've always worked with, I believe, and I know are successful, are quality, and I don't push them on people. I bring the opportunity. I show the opportunity to the people that I work with, whether it's yourself or to anybody in the industry that are purchasing advertising from ChannelPro or would want to purchase in the future from ChannelPro. And I offer them the opportunities that we offer at the best prices that we can do. And I think that's important. By being so pushy, you sort of alienate yourself. And I've done that in the past. You know, I'm still a person. I still make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes, but I've been pushy in the past, but I try not to. I try to step back and say, I've been in your shoes. I've been on your side of the table. I've owned my own businesses. I've been the person that people came to sell me things and still do. And I take the approach as I'm in your shoes and I want to be able to come back to you as often as possible and discuss with you opportunities, whether it's something you want today or something you want in 10 years from now, but it's still there. And I think that's what is how I do things, Is that why you work with me, Mike? I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's exactly, you nailed it. And that's exactly it. I mean, you are, you always have been fun to talk to, right? So I enjoy talking to you, enjoy hanging out with you. I've gone out to eat with you. You know where all the good restaurants are. And like you're fun to talk to. And you, on the other side of it, you have never stopped following up with me. You've never stopped talking to me about the Channel Pro opportunity, and we just signed up. We're coming to DC in a couple weeks. It's going to be our first time. I've known you for 5 years, and I've talked to you, and you've always presented your solution, your show to me. You've always talked to me about it, but you've never harassed me about it. And it doesn't feel like here comes Joel to pitch me again. It's like, hey, here comes my old pal Joel. I'm going to chat with him. He's going to talk to me about whatever's coming up, and I'm going to gladly listen to you. So it's the fact that you have a natural ability to, and I'm trying to put this into, takeaway here for people listening, how you can approach when you're selling. Number one, Joel's a really friendly, fun person to be with, always positive, always happy, fun to be around, right? Like a person, you're a person that people want to hang out with. There's never a negative feeling walking away from you. And there's plenty of people you talk to, right? Like in your daily travels, you can talk to 100 people, and 99 of them are going to bring you down. That you're the opposite. You're always bringing us up. You relentlessly keep your what you're selling in front of people, but you don't do it in a sleazy, salesy, he's going to sell me again. We're just talking. We're having a conversation. So there's always follow up, and I was ready. When I was ready to buy, there you were, right? So when we were ready as a company, and there's all sorts of reasons why we couldn't do it in the past. Timing, in the early days we just couldn't afford to do all these shows, but now the time's right, and because of the constant impression, because of the constant follow up, here we are. So. That's exactly it.
So I guess it works. My personality helps with the way we do things at our company, and I express that same feeling and to the rest of my team, that whenever they're out there talking to vendors, that they should never oversell what we offer, because it's an opportunity that if somebody needs it or wants it, and when they can afford to budget for it, they do it. It's a no-brainer when it comes to that. Sometimes it's not successful, and we try to find ways of making it successful, no matter what it is. We've had things that didn't work perfectly, and we adjust. We try to make everybody happy. We try to make every product that we create work great. But sometimes some things doesn't work as great as the others. But we work around it. It's the right audience. It's the right people. Our readers are 50,000 print and digital readers in the channel. We are a large product that's out there. We're not just a small little product. We're sizable in the U.S. market, and our readers love what we do, and they tell us every time they see us at a show, at a booth, wherever we're at. People will stop up to me. MSPs will stop up to me up at the booth, and they'll say, "Oh, thank you so much for the product you offer. The magazine, the publication, the emails, the newsletters." Sometimes they'll say, "Oh, you send me too many emails, or you send me too many newsletters." Well, I didn't request them. You did. We are happy to send when you request them, and we want you to get the right content, the right information, and we pride ourselves on the great content that we offer. But I tell my team, just step back and think about the way you would want to be approached and how you want to be sold to if you were in the other side of the table. And it's always the way I've been, and always the way I think. When I was in retail, I was very similar in the way I worked. I used to own clothing stores in New York and New Jersey 25 years ago with my family business. And people would walk into the store and you want to buy it or you didn't want to buy it. It was never, a pushy sale. You came to our business, you came in there for a reason. You didn't just walk in because you decided that my store was the nicer of the two stores in the neighborhood. You came in because you needed something, and you bought because it was what you needed. And if you didn't, okay, it's fine. We'll see you next time. We had the right price, we had the right quality, the right product, and people bought. And it's the same. I've always been that way. I feel it's very important to have that. So
love it, Joel.
our shows are coming up, and we're coming to them. The one that is coming up is September 7th and 8th, right?
Yep, we're going to be there. Looking forward to it. So tell us about the show. Like, I want to, me as a vendor, first time vendor, I want to hear all about the show, and I want to make sure that our audience knows they can probably still register for it. Maybe they can't, but let us know. Let me know that what are the details.
So so ChannelProNetwork.com is our website. You can go there and look under events, or you can go to events.ChannelProNetwork.com, and you can find the information on all of our events. The upcoming show, the September 7th and 8th, is at the Dulles, DC Airport Hyatt Hotel, Hyatt Regency. And the Hyatt Regency is just a couple blocks from the hotel. Easy to get to. If you're flying in, if you're driving, it's easy to get to in the area. There are some rooms available that if you contact our team immediately and register under, you have a code, if I'm not mistaken, that you were given to, we can talk about that code. You can use that to get the opportunity to try to get a room for the night. We're giving a room to those MSPs one night that are still, if they're still available. So you can reach out to my team. If not, come for the day or both days, whatever you can come for. But definitely come. We'll have probably the largest show floor we've had all year there. I think we have 40 to 50 vendors. So there'll be lots of vendors. I hope to have a nice group of MSPs showing up there. We have a cocktail party on the pre-day. We have the pre-day Dell session, which is sponsored by them. Then the main day, which is starts at 7:30 with breakfast. 8 o'clock the show starts and runs all day till the end of the day at 6:30. There are prizes and giveaways, and again, we're paying for the room if you can book early enough before the deadlines.
That's awesome. And I believe our code is audit. If it's not audit, it's audit for IT. Audit, AUDIFORIT. I have my email closed.
No, it would be short.
Otherwise,
it would probably 3 letters or 4 letters.
Oh, you know what? I'll have to look it up and post it.
Yeah. In the meantime, you could use JZVIP, just in case. JZVIP, and that works as well. And I can credit it to them. I'll keep an eye on them.
Awesome. Yeah, we just want people to go. So you definitely use the code that Joel gave you. I'll post in the comments our code. I always shut down my email, because if I don't, you're going to hear the dinging in the background. So otherwise, I would just look it up real quick.
Just like my phone.
Exactly. My phone by the computer's buzzing. I got it far enough away where you can't hear it. But Joel, so tell me, we're looking forward to the event, and we know some vendors are on here that watch the show as well. What can we do as vendors? What can vendors do in general to get the most out of being there at the show and provide the best value to your community?
Well, first of all, is send out invites to their partners. That's a no-brainer. It doesn't cost anything. You can bring as many partners as you want. The MVPs, if they come, it's easy for them to join us by just going and using your code. They don't use the vendor code, they can use my code, which I just gave you. We have a full day of presenters, and the most important thing is that vendors take time to meet with the MSPs that are there. There's a lot of networking. The pre-day show on the 7th has a cocktail party for 2 hours. And we do that not for an hour, but for 2 hours, so that you can meet with the MSPs that are there and mix and mingle with each other and talk to different MSPs and plan the next day to meet up with them every day. We always have space on the show that you can go separately meet with people. So if you want to talk to an MSP as a vendor, we'll make room for you to go talk to them. Or you can take them back to your booth while you're setting, after you set up, you can go take them back to your booth and individually talk to them one at a time so that you have an individual meeting with each one of the attendees that are there. That you can do at any time. We don't have a problem with that. You can also get when you do speak, if you're a silver sponsor. So silver sponsors have an ROI pitch. Plan a pitch when you're on stage, and you're going to have that pitch before lunch. That is an ROI for the attendee. Give them a reason to come and talk to you, not who you are, what you do, how you do it. You know, everybody figures that out really quick, but why should they actually talk to you, and what's the value prop right away? That is really, really important, that value proposition. And then, you know, enjoy the day. Don't waste it sitting there waiting for them to come to you. Find a way to meet, go to them, go sit with them at the table, talk to them during breakfast, talk to the MSPs during breakfast as a vendor, and the vendors talk to the MSP, talk to the vendors. You're there to make money. Everyone goes to these events to grow their business, and that's important. And how do you grow it? By partnerships, by realizing what the vendors offer and what the MSPs can offer, you know, do with them. So those are really important things for vendors to know. And then again, we have the 2 hours of show floor, which you'll have. We have an hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on the location. And then we have breaks. And in those breaks, make sure that if you're a vendor, make sure you know when those breaks are happening, and stick your nose out there and make sure you say hello to the attendees that are coming out during their breaks. It's only a 5 or 10 minute break, but that 1 or 2 minutes that you catch them could be, you know, the reason why you're there. So that's always important. And then we try to look for a post cocktail party sponsor. Sometimes we get them and sometimes we don't. So if we can have one, and if we can get one by the end of the day, we usually will have some kind of cocktail party at the hotel if we can. We'll try. We don't have one currently, but we're looking for one.
That's a hint, right? Like I'll have to think about that. Well, Joel, thank you very much for taking the time. I know it's tricky when you're on the road. Really appreciate you being here, and I'm looking forward to seeing you, man. 2 weeks.
You got it. We have a full day planned, so make sure you, if you can be there, it would be awesome to see all of the MSPs that are listening, and all the vendors that aren't signed up yet. We have, you know, dozen plus speakers that'll be there, vendors, as I mentioned, 40 to 50 vendors. We have a full lineup and a full day. So we're excited to have you at our first event, you know, from Audit. It's really great to have you guys joining us, and I look forward to seeing you on the road every time. Mike, it's always great to see you. Thanks for having me.
Same here, Joel. Well, thanks again. Thanks everybody for listening, and until next time, keep elevating IT.